Welcome back. Comic Book Hero, the show that tries to get you to become the hero that you've always wanted to be in terms of comic collecting. If you're a speculator, probably not for you, even though we do some speculation. If you're somebody who wants to have a robust collection, something that on your last days when you look at, you say, I have amassed something worthy of a song, this is the show for you. And yeah, we flip a book here and there too. I won't lie about that. So you took a look at that image over there, and that is one of the variant covers for Action Comics 1000. I cannot stop talking about Action Comics 1000. Anybody who does not take advantage of this year for Superman is not somebody thinking honestly about comics in terms of collections, or even in terms of just making some quick money if that's where your heart is at. Right now, there are 9 established covers for Action Comics 1000. Going back from the 1930s up until the current times, a different variant cover and a blank cover. However, individual comic stores like Midtown Comics, probably Aspen Comics as well, they're going to have their own variants. So, hey, what can I tell you? There's going to be at least 20 different variants for this particular book. And of course, most of you guys are saying, well, what's the one to invest in? Should I get they're going to be those ones, the signed copies by Brian Bendis. Should I put money into those? And those are some high-end books. We're talking $40, $50, $200 on some of those books alone. And those have to be from somebody as a collector. I'll be honest. If it was up to me, I'm not buying the book with Bendis' signature on it. I'll go to a convention, get the signature, just take the standard copy off the rack. I wouldn't necessarily put my money in there. And then you look, there's all these different artists. Which of these artists is going to be the hit one? Which is going to be the cover that everybody wants? Is it going to be this cover behind me by Bermejo? Is it going to be the Steve Rude cover, the Mike Allred cover? It's going to be none of those, because you can get your hands on those pretty easily at the end of the day. What is the cover? Okay, what is the cover that's going to really break the bank? It's going to be the cover that you decide to make. See, Action Comics 1000 is giving us the joy of a blank cover. See, years ago, all of these covers that you see right here would be in the book. These would be pinup pages, and you would get to admire them in the story. But comics got to make money, and so we put the same story, 8 different covers, everybody scoops them up, you buy the same story 8 times, and this is how these comic books keep rolling along. But for the person, that connoisseur, okay, and I mentioned this in a previous episode, and I'll say it again, that blank cover is exactly where you want to be. Those are going to be prime real estate, because you're only going to be able to get your hands on so many of them. But once you have them, okay, hey, go to your favorite artist and have them do something for Action Comics 1000. You have now cemented yourself in the history of comic books. And no bigger history than Action Comics 1000, with the exception of Action Comics #1. Think about it. Master the possibilities. Okay? And now, I have to admit, you're going to have some deep pockets to make this work. But you can get some really cool art. Front cover and back is what I would recommend, not to waste any time with it. But think of all the different themes. Think of all the different variations that you could do for Action Comics 1000. And then, of course, you'll probably see this come a little bit later when we see Detective Comics, Wonder Woman. Well, she's not doing sensation anymore, but maybe along those same lines. But Action Comics will still be that one. And guys are already doing this with blank covers. So my advice, get yourself some blank covers. Try to get them before you have to start paying retail, before you have to start going to these places and they start shipping them out. Stack them up. Go out there, do your best work, and then sit back and smile at what you have amassed. Until next time, Comic Book Hero, I will see you later.